I've gotten a lot of questions on how do you keep a car reliable for the track? Why am I not afraid that the engine's gonna blow because I drive it to and from the track? Well, it's really simple, just get a VQ. I'm kidding, but on this car, the engine's actually the least of my worries. If you want your car to be reliable on the track, the first thing that you should probably do is drive it around, make sure there's nothing weird going on with the car, no leaking fluids, no body panels that are loose. Just get it in like a normal, well-maintained state. But probably the most important thing to do when you go to the track for the first time is to upgrade your brakes, because brakes are normally not meant for holding up on the track. If your brakes go wrong on the track, if they overheat or the fluid boils, it could be a life or death situation. You do not want to lose brakes on the track. Now for most cars, what I recommend starting with is getting .4 brake fluid and semi-metallic brake pads. That way you have a higher boiling point of your fluid and your pads can withstand more heat. Now depending on the car, you may want to also upgrade the size of your brakes, meaning like the rotor size and the caliper size. But on this car, luckily we're okay with the Akabonos. It could be bigger, but it's okay for now. Because the bigger the brakes, the more heat that they can withstand. And since this car is really front heavy and a lot faster than stock, I had a really hard time keeping my front brakes cool, so I went with slotted rotors, and then I have these brake ducts that go all the way to the face of the rotor, and now with this entire system, my brakes are like okay. Now as far as the engine goes, like I said, this engine is very non-problematic. The most important thing is to just have an oil cooler in the front, then you're probably good for a very long time racing this car. But in general, for any car, make sure you research any coolers that may be needed because different cars have different components that run extra hot. As this car got faster, I also needed to upgrade my power steering cooler. And hood vents never hurt keeping the engine bay cool, but they're not required. Now on this car and a lot of other problems, there was a fuel starvation issue, which means when you make a long turn in one direction, you starve your fuel pump, which is only on one side. Now, is this a reliability issue? I don't know, you might damage your fuel pump over time if you keep starving it, but I did have to go install a fuel starvation kit, meaning there's a pump on the other side of my tank feeding fuel to the main pump. Now, other than those main things, you really just have to research and know your specific car. If there's certain parts that go bad really quickly, that might go bad through the course of a race event, you might want to bring those spare parts with you to the track so you don't have to worry about not being able to drive home. One thing I've learned about this car is that the Serpentine Belt is not very reliable. Something about the system, I don't know. It shreds really easily, which has happened to me at 2 track events so far, so it's good to bring a secondary belt in the case of a VQ. Luckily, it's only like $40. But I really think that this car is a very simple car. Not a lot of issues happen with this car. Very lucky. That's why I like VQs. But if your car really drinks oil very fast, maybe you want to bring a lot of extra oil with you and check it throughout the day. And since I have a lot of space in the car, I always bring a lot of tools with me to the track because I know how to fix things if they go wrong, and you just never know. But yeah, that's why I'm comfortable driving this car to and from the track, and I'm not really stressed out about something going wrong. In the off case that something does go wrong, which has never happened yet, and I've raced this car so many times, I could just ask for a tow. Either have a friend tow me or call up a company to have it tow the car home. Yes, it might be expensive, but compared to having a truck and trailer, paying insurance and car registration and all that for years and never having to use it, honestly, I think that's a lot cheaper.